There have recently been some huge changes to the Crypto.com Visa card. Me personally, I used to have the Ruby Steel card and I fairly recently upgraded to the next tier level, the Royal Indigo card. I've been using these cards since 2020, so I'm fairly invested in these cards. In this video, I'm gonna go through the changes. We're gonna read through them together and see what they may mean for you. Then I'm gonna touch on why I think Crypto.com done this and whether I'm still gonna be using them and their CRO token going forward. It's also worth saying that since this has happened, CRO has fell off an absolute cliff. Just a month ago, the price was nearly $0.50 and now it's all the way down to 0.28, 28 cents. So it's nearly dropped 50% over the course of the last month. And more recently, over the course of the last week at the time of recording, it's dropped from 39 cents to 28 cents. So once again, a massive drop. Just to quickly say, this video is not sponsored by Crypto.com and I'm not affiliated with them. But if you do want to sign up, use the link in my description and you can get $25 when you sign up. Going into my Crypto.com app now, I actually own 13,368 CRO. A lot of that is locked up, around 10,000 is locked up for the Royal Indigo card, but the rest of that is just my own money that I've invested or got through cashback or got through staking. So I've got a fairly decent amount of CRO, so obviously the fall impacts me directly and it's not great to see.
Not to me.
But now let me show you the changes on my screen and we'll go through them one by one. There are 4 in total. So as you can see, we have the revised changes to Crypto.com Visa card update effective on the 1st of June and this was published on the 1st of May, so they're giving us a month's notice. So a little introduction, Crypto.com is available in 40 countries. It's now one of the world's most popular crypto cards, which I think both of those are true. And then we get into the first change, reduction of CRO card rewards. So cardholders with an active 6-month stake will continue to earn CRO, but after that there'll be revised rates. So for me personally, I only upgraded about a month ago to the Royal Indigo card, so I'll still have 5 months left and I'm currently earning 3% cashback. So how it works is you earn cashback when you do normal spending. Currently it's 3% CRO and for me that is now going to fall to 2%. So that's a 33% drop. Depending on what card you have, you're going to be affected in some way. I think Ruby Steel is probably the most popular card and that was 2%. So that's now being cut in half to 1%. Obviously in this no stake column, the rates are pretty terrible. So you almost sort of need to stake, otherwise there's not much point because the rates are between 0 and 2%. Even for the Obsidian card, where you need 300k invested to get one. So that's the first one, reduction of CRO rewards. The second change, B here, which links with it, is the introduction of a monthly CRO card rewards cap. So it depends on your tier, there's now a cap on how much you will earn between $25 and $50. So quite clearly, there's no cap on the higher tier cards, so Icy White, Frosted Gold, and Obsidian. But, and also worth saying, Midnight Blue, you get 0% whether you stake or don't stake. Not sure what the appeal of that card is. Maybe people are a bit nervous and want to dip their toe in, but you don't get any perks from that card. It's just almost a bit pointless. But now with Ruby Steel, there's a $25 cap, and with Indigo or Green, there's a $50 cap. So just doing a quick bit of maths, working out how much you can spend per month. For me personally, with the Royal Indigo card, where I will get 2% once my stake finishes, I have a maximum cap of $50 per month. So that means I can spend up to £2,500 per month, which I would never spend that much anyway. You'd have to be on a high salary to even spend that. But if you spend 2.5k per month at 2%, that'll give you $50 worth of cashback. So those first two link together and they relate to the cashback you earn in terms of the rates being reduced and also a monthly cap in how much you can earn. The third one, and this is probably the biggest one, and also it's been slightly controversial, is the revision of card CRO staking rewards. So with the Royal Indigo card, and one huge reason why I upgraded was because I get 10% for staking. I think it's £3,000 worth of CRO, and I get 10% on that just for staking it and having the card, which is obviously huge. For doing absolutely nothing, I get 10% just by holding that card and staking the amount.
Easy money!
They originally said in their update that they're going to be phasing out their staking rewards completely, which did not go down very well. Their CEO posted a long thread on Twitter because there was outrage from the community, and they essentially reversed this decision, which I think is obviously good because I want to earn CRO rewards and interest when I'm staking for this card. But now the compromise is it's going to be 8% for Obsidian, White and Gold, and it's going to be 4% for Green and Indigo. So I have the Indigo, so I'll get 4%, which is still good, but considering it was 10%, that's a 60% drop. And considering inflation is 7% and could hit 10% by the end of the year in the UK, that is below inflation. It's worth saying that I still am getting other benefits through this card, which we're going to come on to shortly. But nonetheless, a 60% drop for me personally is still a huge hit, and it's not ideal. But it does sort of show the power that the community have, particularly when it comes to crypto. I can't imagine something happening like this in the traditional finance world where a bank reduces their saving rate from 1% to 0.5%. It's going to have no impact. With crypto, because they reduced this, there was big outrage on social media, and now they've reversed it, which I think is good. I'd rather 10%, but 4% is still better than 0%, which it was going to be eventually. So this one here, C, revision of card CRO staking rewards, is probably the biggest change. Number 4 is free card issuance, and this is also a new one they put in their revised statement. This wasn't there a week ago at the time of recording, but they've added it in, and now there's going to be no $50 reissuance card fee. Unfortunately for me, when I did upgrade to this card a month or two ago, I had to pay the $50. That's just unlucky timing, nothing you can do. But now if people do still want to upgrade, even with the lower rates, at least you haven't got to pay $50 or about £40. You can just get a new card for free. Now, this is a good point here though. There is no change to other card benefits. So we're looking at Spotify, Netflix, Amazon Prime, airport lounges, and so on. Across the cards, there is no changes, and it doesn't impact the monthly Crow cap that we talked about earlier on of $25 to $50. So for me, with the Royal Indigo card, I'm still getting Spotify reimbursed. I'm still getting Netflix reimbursed. I can still use the lounge, which I've actually used twice so far, once flying out, once flying back to the UK, and that worked easy enough. And that does give you $463 worth of savings. So probably about £350, £400 worth of savings across the year is still good, even though some of the cuts in rates that I mentioned already aren't ideal. They then do say introducing these changes is a difficult decision. They want to explore partnerships, blah, blah, blah. So they are the key changes. So TLDR, to summarize, reduction of Crow rewards. So for me, that's going to go from 3% to 1%. A introduction of a monthly cap. For me, that's not going to impact me. I'm not going to be able to spend $2.5K on this card each month. Number 3, revision of the card CRO staking rewards. This is the most annoying one really, because that's going to decrease for me from 10% to 4%. For the card reissuance fee, it doesn't really impact me because I've already paid to upgrade, but anyone wanting to upgrade now is great. You can avoid that $50 fee, and it's great to see all the reimbursements are still staying, and I'll still enjoy those going forward. So what are my thoughts on this? There's a few things to say. I think first of all, and I've heard other people say this on YouTube, is that Crypto.com almost ripping the band-aid off, rather than sort of gradually going down in their rates. They've now just gone straight to the bottom, and hopefully and probably in the future they'll start to increase them again, but it's almost like they want to take this big hit in one go, which is reflected in the price of their token or their coin, which has fell by nearly 50% over the last month. So it's probably a good and bad thing. I think it's good for them for their long-term outlook and sustainability, because the rates they were offering were obviously incredible, like a lot of other crypto companies and cards. So it's always going to come down eventually, and other similar companies have also started reducing their rates. So on that hand, it's probably good and it's in line with the market, but obviously now it's bad for them because customers might move to competitors. Their coin has obviously dropped quite a lot in value. People may lose confidence in them, but I think it's natural because they've done a whole load of marketing. It's crazy how much marketing they've done, how many famous people they've got on board, and essentially they offer these introductory rates, which are always going to get cut. It's just a bit of a shock to the system that they cut them so rapidly. So that's personally why they did it and how I see it. I think it's both good and bad. And now my thoughts on Crow going forward, I am still bullish on CRO, and I will still use Crypto.com. I use a lot of their different services, including their card, which I will probably carry on using because I still get, even at 2%, that's better cash back than any credit card or debit card I have. I will still probably use the staking feature. Even if I don't use it for CRO, I'll still use it for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And with crypto.com, I can still automatically invest every week or month, which is what I like. So I still like the platform, and I still am bullish on CRO, and we can continue holding it for the long term. If anything, it could be a good opportunity to buy if you actually believe in the company and their token. So yeah, that is the changes to the crypto.com Visa card, as well as why they did it and what I think of it. Personally, I'm not too fussed, but I know some people are saying it's dead, they're selling, blah, blah, blah. For me personally, I'm not that bothered, but I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. So if you have any opinions on this, let me know. If you don't have a card, are you gonna get one? If you do have one, are you gonna stop using it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.